What is going on, guys? The game is officially over. Probably one of the best battles of the greats in the African Cup of Nations Group D contest between Morocco and Ivory Coast. The Ivory Coast losing to what was a beautiful Moroccan side, 1-0, and it should have been so much more. Morocco could have scored at least 3 or 4 goals in this game. It's really weird with the way that this Morocco team set up in this game because they didn't do anything special. They stick to their game plan. They played through and through to their tactics. They used what would essentially be the best of their individual talent over the Ivory Coast. And the Ivory Coast just could not keep it up. And Nordin Amrabat turning back the clock with what was, I think, a man of the match performance. It's between him and Achraf Hakimi, because Hakimi down that wing with Amrabat on the left side was amazing. It actually was amazing. Those two just running down that left flank, Ivory Coast couldn't stop it. I mean, when Nicolas Pepe, who was arguably one of the best players in France this season, has to continually play defense and run back, there's an issue. You got an issue going for the Ivory Coast. And Serge Aurier could not stop it. He could not stop. Hakimi had him pinned back every single time they went on a counterattack. I mean, so Morocco, guys, and I'll say this. As good as Morocco were, Ivory Coast were not terrible. They were not, they were not garbage. They didn't play horribly. They just weren't up to that level. So, like, if this is our base level, here's Ivory Coast, here's Morocco. And it's mainly because there's just that attacking bit. And Amrabat getting a beautiful assist to go with Youssef En-Nessyri, or En-Nessyri, En-Nessyri's goal. I had to think about that for a second. I was like, Youssef En-Nessyri got the goal. He didn't have to do anything. I mean, he ran right onto it. Amrabat dribbled through about 3-4 guys, laid it to him on a plate, stuck it in the first half, and then the chances kept flowing. Let's face it, Morocco were not done. They did not stop trying to score. Hakim Ziyech was shooting like just as many shots as he possibly could. Hakimi just kept running down the flank over and over and over and over. And then, of course, with that, Amrabat and En-Nessyri, I keep messing it up, En-Nessyri, just continually finding the open spaces, and there were so many cutbacks that should have been goals. It was unbelievable. I know Morocco fans must be, joyous after this game, because I think this was the most dominant performance so far at the Africa Cup of Nations. No teams have really staked their claim in this sort of battles of the best so far, but I think this is probably the biggest one so far. You could make a claim that Algeria's win over Senegal was another big statement win, but it was nowhere near the caliber performance as this game, because this Morocco squad, they look like they could win. They look like they could win the Africa Cup of Nations. If they played like this, they could easily win this tournament. And of course, the manager, having won it with I think it was Zambia, and then again with the Ivory Coast, there's always that chance, that he's got the right formula for this squad specifically to find a way to win. And it's really possible, guys, that this Moroccan squad could end up winning. I mean, they're just in every position. They're so deep. When you have Mazraoui coming off the bench, and he came off the bench and still almost got a goal or two. That's how good this performance was for Morocco. And I just give all props to this Moroccan squad for what they did in this game. Ivory Coast, I don't think there wasn't that much bad with the performance. I mean, the counterattacks were brutal. They brutalized the Ivory Coast. You got brutalized on the counterattack. And, I mean, Jonathan Kodisha, he won you the first contest, but at the same time, is he better than Bony and Zaha? Because the fact that Wilfried Zaha does not even get any time in this game, it blows my mind. I mean, it's more of a tactical decision than anything. But Bony came in, almost got a goal. Nicolas Pepe was kind of non-existent in the game, in my opinion. I don't think he really was doing much of, if anything at all, in this contest for Ivory Coast, or at least what he's expected to do. So maybe there will be a change in the lineup. I know they got to get a win. You got to get a win in that final game. it's got to be something. Something's got to be there in that final contest because you got to win to make it. Morocco officially advanced to the knockout rounds of the Africa Cup of Nations. So the game against South Africa, we may see, you know, Hakimi play left mid or something like that. Push him high up the field because the guy's got so much pace. Bringing him in as Rawi maybe could get a start in that contest. Benati as well played fantastic in this contest, guys. This Moroccan squad in general might be the most exciting now because the 2 games that we've watched for them so far, they have looked lights out. And it's mainly because the attacking fullbacks and that just, you know, En-Nessyri, Hakim Ziyech on one side, Amrabat on the other, and then you have Hakimi running down the flank. It's just that's unreal. But yeah, you guys should let me know your thoughts on the Morocco versus Ivory Coast contest down in the comments below. Morocco getting the victory in Group D to secure their spot into the knockout rounds 1-0. Let me know you guys' thoughts once again. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you later. Peace.